Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Tetcher, and I am now back from the WCA EU qualifiers where I was at Gamescom in Cologne. And because I was there, I didn't upload a video for a very long time, so I brought you all back a present from Cologne. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the practice matches between Na'Vi and Fnatic as they were setting up. So, allow me to introduce to you guys. On the left-hand side, it is going to be Team Fnatic. And playing on the Tassadar, it is going to be Breeze. Playing on the Rhaegar, it will be Maina. Playing the Falstad, it's going to be Kessel. ETC is being played by Wubby. And Sylvanas being played by Lol. And on the right-hand side, it is the red team. Apparently, the colours are reversed, but whatever. It is going to be Na'Vi. Playing the Rhaegar, it is Alex the Pro G. The Jaina being played by Eternal, Murky being played by Shrimpy, Diablo being played by Splendor, and Falstad being played by JPL. And this is just a practice match, so what the teams did is they went for a random versus random match. So this is going to be very fun, very mess around, and we're just gonna... Remember Battle Beast, raise your hand. Yeah, because all the mounts were reset. But this should be just a very fun match. Very mess around and a little bit silly. We're going to see a bit of an engagement onto ETC to start off with Wubby using his power slide to escape here. And is going to get out. And I haven't turned on the new Ali interface, but it should still be fine. JPL is up in the top lane on his own versus the very hard push coming out of Fnatic. Lol, Breeze and Maina all going to be pushing this top lane quite heavily. JPL on this Falstad just going to try and defend that. Eternal coming in from the side with Splendor. They're going to try and go onto Lol here. They tackle him out of his haunting wave to stop him dashing away, but they're turning back around, trying to take down Splendor here. The Blizzard slows Lol, but he will take down the Diablo there. Eternal drops to the Storm from Breeze as well. JPL safe behind his wall. Very nicely turned there by Fnatic. In the mid lane, Wubby and Alex Pro G still dueling in the bot lane. Should be just trying to not basically be killed by Kessel, but has managed to deal a little bit of counter harassment. Falstad once again taking a little bit of damage, does not want to get picked off, so he is hovering quite far back. Splendor coming in here, it wants to try and get someone, will overpower the Tassadar, but Breeze able to dimensional shift, keeps himself safe. The two shrines have just spawned, so who is going to attempt to take them first? Murky does get taken down in the bot lane, but it's the first death that Murky has had. Right now Fnatic, with a slight kill advantage, they will be going for that top temple for the moment. And we can see the reaction coming out of Na'Vi. They will be grabbing this middle temple and keeping control of it. Lol is able to haunting wave, but the Blizzard and the slow from the hammering. Hammering does miss. In fact, Lol able to dodge that. He turns it around to Infernal using his Envenom, is able to take him down. JPL is in retreat. Made a Breeze. Try to go around. Try to trap him. Lol staying well away from this as he doesn't want to get picked off. JPL taking a bit of damage here. Can he escape? Breeze trying to give chase, but looks like JPL will be able to escape here. And I apologise for the zoom in there. I accidentally did it. JPL gets stormed. A bit dropped very low. Will have to back up to a fountain or to the base. Splendor getting knocked away by Wubby. They're trying to contest this middle temple. Top temple is still very in favour of Fnatic here. Wubby being dropped low. Goes on to Splendor here. Overpower from Splendor, but with Kessel here, he's going to drop a lot of damage. Will he take him down? The Lightning Rod finishes him off. Alex Pro G is kind of just standing in the lane there. Lol disconnected and is now reconnected. No, he's still disconnected. He's chasing on to Shrimpy. Shrimpy popping his bubble to try to stay alive and chase down Breeze. Breeze with a dimensional shift. Can he get away with this? His shield's not off cooldown. He goes down. But we're seeing Kessel and Wubby going to try and get revenge by taking down JPL, who overextended quite a lot here. Can they finish him off? The Lightning Rod Hammering takes down the Falstad there. JPL being dropped. Shrimpy, though, wants some more. He wants to try and get Kessel here with Sylvanas attacking Shrimpy. They may be able to escape. There's the dash, which gives him the shield. Bubble popped by Shrimpy. He turns onto Sylvanas, but dies to the Envenom. Falstad in the top lane. Yeah, there was a pause and unpause. I was behind them when this game happened, but it was on the first day, so I've forgotten most of it. Let's have a look at the talents. While we are waiting this out, we can see Shrimpy chilling down there. Alex Pro G is retreating out a bit. We can see Tassadar's gone for the Psi Infusion and the Healing Ward, so kind of standard stuff. Lol returning to the game. Tassadar using his Dimensional Shift there. He does have Deep Shift, so gone for the full Dimensional Shift build here. Rhaegar going very standard. Maina is actually on one of his main heroes here. Falstad, full ability power build. dropping a lot of damage, but he did lose all his stacks a couple seconds ago. whereas the Falstad on the side, this is the Falstad on the side of Fnatic, whereas the Falstad on the side of Na'Vi is going for auto attacks. We can see the Caesar Marksman and the Gathering Power, but we see the secret weapon, so he's going for that ability power for his Hinterland Blast, if that's what he goes for, but still taking the Caesar Marksman to build him into an auto attack build. Breeze dropping a Storm to try and just deal some harassment to JPL. Bit of just dancing, posturing around in the mid over the Watchtower for the moment. Neither team wants to take too much of a risk. We're seeing Pro G taking a lot of damage from the Storm. JPL trying to drop Mana here, but has to dash away. But drops quite a bit of counter damage. We can see Murky's gone for the Bubble Breeze, the increased bubble speed. The Living the Dream, so he gets that bonus ability power for the longer he's alive. Currently he is on max, a 20% extra ability power, which is pretty awesome. And at the Slime advantage, we're seeing JPL having to roll away here, taking a lot of damage from the lightning rods. Can they take him down? The Envenom ticks away, but he should survive this. Shrimpy still chilling in the back, trying to bait people into his pufferfish. They do not go down, though. JPL taken down by Kessel there with the Hammerang over the wall. And we're seeing Lola Maida chasing down Shrimpy, who's lost his bubble here, and down he goes. Diablo is currently grabbing the Watchtower, just giving his team some vision up there, not helping with the fight at all. And Na'Vi gonna disengage here and look for another opportunity. See the fly up from Kessel there, just giving him some XP up in the top lane, as his team already has control of the bot temple. Fnatic chasing onto Eternal there, but he is too far away, will be able to escape. And he does have the Deep Chill, which increases the slow from his... Oh, and we have a mosh pit here. Waiting Arrow comes into combo. JPL lands it, though, and uses the Mighty Gust to try and push Lol back, but Lol hits a wall. They're trying to take down Wubby here. Wubby taking a lot of damage. Overpowered, puts him into the Apocalypse damage range. Lol takes a bit of damage as well from Pro G, taken down from the Earth Shield there. JPL killed by Breeze. Can Breeze escape? Gets healed by Mana. Breeze does not have any cooldowns. He's just trying to do damage and made it ancestral healings himself. There is the Pufferfish. There's the Ultra Grab, sorry. The Hinterland Blast from Kessel, though, does a lot of damage. They're trying to turn to Infernal. They get him, and they get Shrimpy. Splendor, now the only one alive. He is in full retreat. He only has 91 souls, so he has to get out, as he will not revive if he is killed off here. Very nice turnaround by Fnatic there. And now we can actually see the heroic abilities. We did have the Mosh Pit, Wailing Arrow, Hinterland Blast, Ancestral Healing, and the Archon from Fnatic, whereas on the side of Na'Vi, it is the Bloodlust coming in, Water Elemental, Octo Grab, Apocalypse, and the Mighty Gust. Mighty Gust not really working out in their favour too well there, but they did give it a very good shot. But Fnatic, currently a little bit ahead, quite a bit ahead in XP. They are just over half a level ahead of their opponents. Shrimpy aggroing the boss, so it chases down Lol there. Lol does not want to get caught out, so we'll just back away from this. And looking for his opportunity, but we can see Na'Vi have found Kessel here, but Splendor's on his own. Eternal and Shrimpy not willing to follow up, and now Wubby getting stunned out, getting knocked back by the face melt, and does get taken down. JPL throws out harassment, but decides to just back away from this, does not want to get caught at all. As the Pro G, gonna find Breeze, but it's unlikely either of them will kill the other. So Breeze just dropping a healing ward there. In comes Falstad. They want to try and get him, but the dimensional shift from Breeze will give him the opportunity to escape, but he will lose that tower to JPL. In the meantime, the rest of Fnatic did just grab this bottom fort. Falstad trying to take down Breeze again here. Breeze needs his dimensional shift to try and escape. He was trying to take down JPL with his Archon form, now turning on to Alex the Pro G. His shield will keep him alive for quite a bit, doing a lot of damage with that Storm actually. Able to fight 2 versus 1 there, and able to take down Shrimpy, who was somehow on the other side of this wall here. And nice dimensional shift there, just as Alex the Pro G pops his Bloodlust to try and finish Breeze off, so very well played, baiting out that ability. Eternal also getting baited out, has been completely surrounded by Fnatic, and they take him down with a great wraparound, cutting off his escape route completely. Diablo waiting in the mid lane, looking to try and take a couple shots off this temple. Breeze is here as well, but he is heavily out health. Splendor on pretty much full health, whereas Breeze is just over half, and Splendor going in here. Now that Shrimpy has arrived, so they can try and take him down together, but Breeze once again dimensional shifting out of there. Rest of Fnatic still pushing this bot lane, except for ETC, who is holding the bottom temple to finally take down this middle fort, hopefully. Breeze moving back up to the top lane to get some extra farm and some XP for his team. Shrimpy not having any of it, though. He is egg down, but he wants to take down Breeze before he replaces egg, though. He's just going to run past him and instead look for a new place to place his egg. Sylvanas taken down in the mid area here, and we see a nice fly away from Kessel there, able to fly his way to freedom, but like we said, we did lose the Sylvanas. on one of the knockbacks. I'm not entirely sure what happened. Breeze taking quite a bit of damage here. Dimensional shifts himself to try and escape. Splendor looking for an opportunity. Ancestral healing keeps Breeze alive for the moment, but JPL's doing a lot of damage. There's no is there a prescience? Yes, there is. Able to keep Breeze alive for the moment. And we're currently seeing the rest of Fnatic trying to get Shrimpy. Wubby charging in there, and, well, the mosh pit goes down, but it doesn't actually hit anyone except Diablo. Eternal able to stay outside of it, but still dies to Kessel. Kessel turning around now onto Shrimpy. Shrimpy has bubbled to get himself away here. And Wubby, like we saw, the mosh pit did not land. Now he's moving on to Splendor, though. They want to try and take him down. The Apocalypse will start onto Kessel and take him down, but Wubby wants to try and avenge his teammate, especially with Lol now here. They want to try and get some damage off. Lol chasing Splendor as hard as he can. Axe Prodigy is still here. Drops a heal. They turn it onto Lol. Lol still completely full health, though. Envenoms Axe the Prodigy. Can he finish him off? Yes, he can. Splendor, now in full retreat, does get demounted. Trying to get away here. Breeze chasing him down. One more auto should do it, unless it's the health regen to keep him alive. Storm is what eventually takes him down. Wubby in the bot lane, just pushing it, but JPL comes in with pretty much full health, takes down Lol. Shrimpy has arrived as well, so Wubby is in full retreat here, does not have stage dive or anything. Want to try and take down JPL. JPL doing a lot of damage. There's the Mighty Gust, doing quite a bit here. Wubby getting focused down, and I hit one instead of my Tilda again, so I'm very sorry about that. Breeze chasing JPL down here with his dimensional shift. JPL dropping quite low. Breeze not chasing him. Maida gets the kill, though. Eternal in full retreat. He is on just under half health. And Shrimpy coming in from the back again. Uses the Octograb. Eternal's not there with the follow-up damage, though. The Water Elemental is dropping him quite low. Shrimpy trying to finish him off, and Ancestral healing keeps Maida alive. And Shrimpy having to bubble out of there. Gets a heal from Alex the Pro G, which will keep him alive. And Alex continuing to drop a little bit of damage here. We can see Kessel has arrived, though. Splendor will save Axe the Pro G for the moment, though, and they're trying to focus onto Kessel. There's the Bloodlust coming in for Axe the Pro G. They take down Kessel. They're moving on to Breeze. They want to try and take him down as quick as possible here, but Breeze pops his dimensional shift and will allow him to escape, so they turn onto Maida, who will not be so lucky. He is eventually going to go down once Shrimpy catches up to him. And no, he heals himself. He's still alive. He's completely trapped here. He will die here eventually, but he's kept himself alive and distracted a lot of members of Na'Vi for quite a while. Lol and Breeze just hanging around here. Watchtower going over to Wubby, while JPL continues to farm up his season marks. So we can see he's on 14 here, so he's pretty stacked up. Breeze taking a bit of damage. He's being very careful with his Octograb immediately used onto the Sylvanas there. The Silence lands as well, though, preventing the overpower, but it's not enough to keep Lol alive. Breeze also getting overpowered. Pops his dimensional shift, trying to sneak away here. No, he's just turning onto Alex Pro G, trying to do all the damage he can. But his prescience does pop again, and it heals him up with that deep shift. Hinterland Blast comes in from Kessel, and Breeze finishes off the Rhaegar with the Psy Storm there. And Kessel now chasing down Splendor with that extra slow that he gets from his Hammerang, but Breeze taken down thanks to the Numbing Blast from the Jada, rooting him. And Kessel able to dash away. ETC is dueling with Shrimpy in the top lane, and this should be a fight that Wubby can win, but can he do enough damage to take down Shrimpy now that he has that rejuvenating bubble? And no, it looks like Wubby having to back away here. If he had some reinforcements, he would easily be able to do this, but he is completely on his own here. Mid-temple being held by JPL, not picking up the globe, though. Just letting that one go, and in fact is being dropped quite low by these Temple Guardians, and Wubby is right next to him. If he was just to head over, he can see how low JPL is. Oh, the dash from JPL! He has the movement speed buff as well. He's able to escape here. Kessel coming in. The Mighty Gust pushes Kessel away. JPL is on the run, trying to keep himself alive here. Dodges out the Hammerang. Wubby is coming in. Kessel is completely separated. The egg has been spotted. Kessel turns up to Shrimpy to do a bit of damage. In comes the Octograb to try and take down Kessel. Kessel is cleansed out of it, though, and manages to dodge out a bit of the damage and will escape. So did JPL, though, so both of them will stay alive. Mosh Pit comes out, catches out the Rhaegar here. Takes quite a bit of damage, but Wubby still having to back away here. In comes JPL. He's at full health now. Wants to try and get the damage as much as he can. Wubby gets a nice start onto quite a few members. Kessel dropped low and is taken down. JPL turning on to Maida. ETC focused down. And I've hit the wrong bloody button again. Eternal taking a bit is very, very low. Try to escape here and take it down. Breeze with his dimensional shift prescience is going to take down Eternal here. Very, very nice. But Maida, once again, the only one left alive, is on the run. There's nowhere for him to go. Breeze is actually still left alive as well, but his dimensional shift prescience will keep him alive. Yeah. Maida finally taken down over by the enemy towers. Breeze is alive. 19 to 18 currently in favor of Na'Vi, who are doing a very good job with the temple still available in the top lane. They can grab most of the shots from that. And I do apologise for my bad camera control. I have messed it up at least a couple times because my middle mouse button is broken and I've had to rebind my camera drag to tilde, so I keep hitting 1 and going onto a player view, so I'm just keeping my finger over tilde, so I hopefully don't do it again. Breeze currently taking a lot of damage from Shrimpy here. They're trying to focus something down. There's the Octo Grab. There's 2 Pufferfish here thanks to the rewind, and Breeze taken down by Shrimpy. The rewind from Murky doing a lot of damage. And like we said, level 20 is available for Na'Vi here. We can see the rewind also from Rhaegar. The Bolt of the Storm coming in from Jada. We can see the rewind from Murky, like we said. Lord of Terror coming in from the Diablo. So 10% of maximum health, all nearby heroes. So basically, it's old blood for blood. Only 10% instead of 15%. And the Wind Tunnel coming in from the Falstad. IceBroG going very aggressive here onto the members of Fnatic. But Fnatic playing very far back. And we see a bit of playful banter. These guys were like having a go at each other just in joke the entire way around. And in there Kirby, Thurdle bolting in onto Low. Low gets Ancestral though. JPL pushing in, completely separating out a lot of members. But the silence from Low is beautiful. Hinterland Blast comes in from the Falstad. The Bloodlust drops out, but JPL is in full retreat. Splendor gets a lot of health back from his Lord of Terror here. And they turn immediately onto Rhaegar and take him down. Kessel's on the other side. And Na'Vi turning that around very, very quickly. Lola's DC'd again. And Kessel just hanging over the other side, trying to drop any damage he can. He is currently only on 1 stack, whereas JPL is, after that fight, on 5. Shrimpy coming in onto Kessel. He does not have his Octo Grab up, so will not be able to use that to lock him down for the moment. Still has 24 seconds. Diablo soaking up all the shots from top, and Breeze dimensional shifting away so he does not get caught out. Level 20 is now available for Fnatic as well. And we can see, Breeze getting chased down here, but Wobby is here, should be able to protect him. Twilight Archon coming in from the Tassadar. Rewind from Rhaegar. The Epic Mount coming in from Falstad. The Torbus from ETC. And Sylvanas has yet to pick because he DC'd. His bot may end up picking that talent for him. Breeze still being chased down by IceBroG. Wobby hanging around here, just waiting to see if they were doing the boss. Instead, going to move on to try and take down IceBroG and maybe Splendor here. There's the mosh pit, trying to take it down, but does Breeze have the damage needed to take down Rhaegar here? Torbus trying to catch more. Kessel comes in as well, but immediately gets tackled by Splendor. But he's able to dash away. JPL comes in. Nice Mighty Gust, completely separating out Wobby there and Breeze, and they're continuing to chase onto this. Wobby is able to escape, and down goes Rhaegar actually. Wobby stuns onto Shrimpy. Shrimpy gets taken down. JPL still at the back here, is pretty much safe for the moment. Nice tackle there from Splendor with the Shadow Charge, able to knock back as many members as possible. They are now in full retreat. We can see Murky is back alive. They may attempt to turn this. JPL does not have his figure alive. There is the Octo Grab. The cleanse used on Wobby keeps him alive, and Shrimpy taken down again. Fnatic looking in a great position here. And it looks like they may attempt to take the boss. They do have all 5 members alive to 4 of Team Na'Vi. So Na'Vi could still contest this, but they have to be super, super careful. Let's zoom out another level so we can see if they do come in here. And yes, looks like they are on the way. Diablo has spotted this going on. Eternal comes in. JPL goes to the other side. There's the Mighty Gust trying to stop it, but the boss hasn't been finished yet, so they can't go in. In comes the silence from the Sylvanas, and Diablo tackled out of the circle, but he's continuing to stay in it. EDC taking a lot of damage. Hinterland Blast is iceboxed by Eternal. They're trying to turn this around, and in comes Breeze as well. Dimensional Shift keeping himself alive. Eternal having to bolt away. JPL was taken down by Kessel. And Eternal is the last one alive. He is in full retreat. No, Diablo, though, already back. AlexaProG respawning just as this happens. And Murky respawning because he is, well, Murky. So that turned from a pretty much a team wipe into everyone being alive again, except for Falstad and Breeze. A bit out of position here. Will be able to get away, though. AlexaProG doesn't want this to happen, though. Wants to try to take him down, but there is a dimensional shift. But it's not going to be so lucky here. Down goes Sylvanas, who was taken a bit greedy there. Shrimpy dies as well, though, but of course he is Murky. He will be right back at his egg and will come to rejoin his team. Boss doing quite a bit of damage, keep being dropped very, very low here, and that Mighty Gust was quite interesting for JPL, but the boss wasn't finished. If the boss had been finished, they would have been able to roll in and maybe take that down, but it was still had a little bit of health left, and because of the Mighty Gust, the damage wasn't able to be dropped onto it. AlexaProG chasing on Breeze here with the help of Eternal. Eternal There's the Bloodlust from Alex the Pro G, giving him the speed boost he needs to get away. Eternal bolts onto Kessel. They try to take him down. Kessel epic mounts and he survives. What a dive there. Able to fly himself away. That was pretty awesome. And we can see Na'Vi, though, they are now pretty much grouped except for JPL, who can fly down at any point. Grouping up, ready to try and fight over this temple. JPL needs to start flying down soon, though, as everyone is here from Fnatic as well, except for Sylvanas. Currently a 4 vs 4, but he can turn it into a 4 vs 5. There is the Mighty Gust onto Kessel, but Epic Mount keeps him alive again. Hinterland Blast comes out, and the Mosh Pit able to take down Jaina there. We're seeing a lot of damage going down onto ETC. Splendor tackles onto Breeze, trying to drop him down, but Breeze does have his Dimensional Shift available. Down goes the ETC finally. The Apocalypse doesn't land with anyone. Silence lands on all three, and we're going to see the Rhaegar go down. Splendor will be next to fall. He's being dropped low. JPL dives away, but he's the only one left except for Shrimpy. Shrimpy trying to do some damage in the background here. JPL dies. It's just Shrimpy left alive now. He's trying to defend him. Fnatic are just going for the core here. The bottom keep is down, and Shrimpy is being back to base. Kessel, Epic Mounts, though, stops him porting. And Fnatic just trying to delay the Murky as long as possible. Kessel dives away from him. He does not have Epic Mount now to go rejoin his team. Shrimpy will be back to base. Can Kessel stop him again? No, he can't. So Kessel needs to fly to rejoin his team. We see 3 on the core now from Fnatic. Maida being dropped low. Shrimpy is here. Uses his bubble to keep himself alive. He's trying to drop Breeze here. Breeze does have his Prescience up. There's the Octograb cleansed immediately by Maida. But Breeze goes out anyway. Didn't even have a chance to pop Prescience there. Shrimpy dropping loads of damage here. He does have full Living the Dream stacks. He's taken down, but Infernal's alive again. Takes down the foul stand. Maida, the only one left alive again except for Sylvanas, who managed to run out of there. Maida getting dropped low. Will get taken down by Infernal. There's a bit of B-stepping just for fun. And what a turnaround from Na'Vi there. Shrimpy able to take down Breeze before his Prescience could even pop. Wobby is alive and is moving in. 68% on the core of Na'Vi, but they are all respawning while 3 members are down of Fnatic. They are charging across the map. Eternal just heading straight through the mid lane. All 3 keeps of Fnatic are alive. Lol is here to defend. So is Wobby. We can see him hiding up here, waiting to try and grab someone or maybe everyone. Needs to be very careful what angle he goes in on. 15 seconds till the mosh pit's coming in. 5 seconds. And we're going to see him dive in. Try and get some kind of combo or at least delay this game. There's the Bloodlust. We're seeing Na'Vi trying to end. 5 seconds till Tassadar is alive. And they're completely split up. There's the Mighty Gust to stop Wobby from landing anything. Can he get anything? He's managed to push Jaina away, but Eternal is doing too much damage. Bolts away. Keeps the damage going. JPL is completely uncontested. And that is GG. And Breeze tried to take down JPL at the end there, but was not able to do it. Na'Vi takes the practice game at WCA there with an amazing turnaround. 31.525 kills for Fnatic to 27 there. Bit of playful banter in the chat. Lot of messing around. So super well played by everyone there. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you very much for watching, and see you all next time.